Hello everyone, welcome to Ian's Bricks. So this weekend I have two different shows to go to, two Lego shows where I'm taking my Lego sets to sell. So the first one is going to be Saturday, which is the 19th of October, and it's at the Medina Leisure Centre in Newport on the Isle of Wight. So the Isle of Wight isn't too far away from here, so for me it's not too difficult to get to, but it just means a trip into Southampton and then a trip over to the Isle of Wight on the ferry, which takes about an hour. Anyway, so the event is the Fantasy Con. It's a comic con based on the Isle of Wight. It's sort of a local run event. I think this is the fourth one that they've done, so this is the first one that I've been made aware of, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. There's going to be a whole host of things going in there. Obviously I'm there as sort of the only, as far as I'm aware, Lego seller, so I won't have any other competition, but of course there's lots of other traders and things like that selling all sorts of different things. It is more of a comic con rather than an actual Lego show. So how busy I'm going to be, I really don't know. I do know that there's quite a few celebrities there. I think the most famous of which is probably Sylvester McCoy, who was the 7th Doctor Who, but he was in I think The Hobbit as well, and also Sense8 was another thing I saw him in recently, but he's been in loads of things over the years. So I think I saw him last year at the Bournemouth Comic Con. I sort of snuck into there when it was at the Bournemouth, when there was a Lego show there, and he was there signing autographs as well. But there's quite a few other people there as well. So that's on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday I've got the Haywards Heath National Brick event. So I've been to a couple of National Brick events so far this year. Apparently it's going to be reasonably busy, so they've sold a decent amount of tickets, so I'm looking forward to that. I will leave details of how to get tickets for both events in the description of this particular video, and what I wanted to do today is obviously show you some of the sets that I'll be taking with me to some of the shows. Now the difficulty I've got here with doing two shows back to back is that I obviously need to get a load of sets ready. I'm going to take a load of stuff to the Fantasy Con on the Saturday, and then I've got some stuff left over from my last show, plus whatever is left over from this show I'll take to the Haywards Heath National Brick event. So there should hopefully be a nice mixture of sets still available, but obviously if you are going to the Haywards Heath event, just be aware that some of the sets I'm going to show you now might not still be available. If I sell them at the Fantasy Con on the Isle of Wight, then of course they won't be available at the Haywards Heath. So it's a little bit of a tricky video for me to do, because I still want to show you everything I'm taking, but yeah, it might not be everything is available on the actual day. So what I've done first of all is I've got an absolute ton, as you can see behind me, of dimension sets. I've been collecting these over the past few months really, getting my hands on all the different ones, and I've not got every single one, but I've got a lot of them. So I'll give you a brief overview of the dimension sets that I'm taking. I've stacked them all up. I've also put my price labels on all of these as well, so you can get an idea of what they're worth. You're not going to see all the price labels because some of them are stacked behind in this level here, but I've got everything from The Simpsons. There's Bart and Krusty there. There's down at the bottom we've got Harry Potter, DC Comics, a couple of the bigger sets as well, which are Fantastic Beasts and the Batman set. I've got some other characters up here, including Mission Impossible. There's Knight Rider there on the left. We've got Back to the Future at the top with Doc Brown, the A-Team, Powerpuff Girls even, not Powderpuff, Superman. We've even got Benny, and then over here we've got some Fantastic Beasts, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter there. At the bottom here I've got some of the sort of slightly more sought after sets. There is the Goonies there and the Scooby-Doo dimension sets. We've also got Gremlins and the Back to the Future with Marty McFly. These are all sealed, by the way. Every single one of these is sealed. We've got the Sonic the Hedgehog, and we've got the Slimer from Ghostbusters, including the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and we've also got the Wizard of Oz, the Doctor Who with the Cyberman and the Dalek, and the other Doctor Who, which is with the Doctor himself, the TARDIS, and K9. So that is a decent selection. I do have duplicates of some of these, but not all of them. Some of the more expensive ones down here, the sort of the level packs and team packs, I pretty much only have one each of those, of these special ones at the front. So if you are looking for any dimension sets or figures, hopefully there'll be something in there that takes your fancy. Here are some of the larger, more expensive sets that I'll be taking with me. So at the top there on the left we have the Bad Batch Shuttle from Star Wars, the Harry Potter 12 Grimmauld Place, which is a really nice set, I think. Just below that we've got Thor's Hammer, and then we've also got the Mickey and Minnie Mouse, the buildable characters, and then some really big sets at the bottom. We have the Bricklink Mountain Fortress on the right there, and on the left the newly released Jabba's Sail Barge. I've got that on slightly less than recommended retail price, so hopefully someone will be wanting to pick that up at that price. Here are a few of the other Star Wars sets that I'll be taking to the events with me. So let's start at the top then. So we have the ATST Raider, we have the Darth Vader Meditation Chamber that retired a couple of years ago. We've also got the newly released Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. That's something I got as a promo with the Jabba's Sail Barge that I showed you earlier. We've also got the Imperial TIE Fighter, that's also retired, as is Boba Fett's Starship, or the Slave One as it used to be called before it got Disneyfied. We've also got the Child, Baby Grogu, or Baby Yoda, whatever you want to call him. And we've got Big Yoda as well. We've got the large Yoda set on there as well. We've also got the Mandalorian Starfighter, another sought after retired set. We've also got the Imperial Probe Droid, and at the bottom we've got some helmets. We've got Luke Skywalker's Red 5, that's retired. We've got Darth Vader's helmet, which isn't retired, but that is a price that's less than recommended retail price, which I think is £60. And the final one is the Dark Trooper helmet as well. So hopefully that's a decent enough selection there to get people interested in some of these Star Wars sets. And here are a few sets from a few other themes that I'll be taking with me as well. If we start at the top left, we've got the Harry Potter Hungarian Horntail. We've got the classic Batman TV series Batmobile. Over here is the Herbology class. That's the sort of rarest of the Moments books that they did a while back. We've got the Doctor Who ideas. Of course, Doctor Who's going to be there. So not this Doctor Who. I think that's Peter Capaldi, but certainly a Doctor Who will be at the Isle of Wight Fantasy Con. We've got the Harry Potter Hedwig as well. We've got Winnie the Pooh from the Ideas set range, and we've also got another Harry Potter set here, Attack at the Burrow, and we've got the Infinity Gauntlet, again a set that's not retiring this year, but not retiring at all yet, but is a little bit cheaper than recommended retail price. And a couple of sets that have retired is the Carnage and Venom from Marvel. That's just a selection of some of the sets then that I'll be taking with me to the Isle of Wight Fantasy Con and also the Haywards Heath National Brick event. Both events are this weekend, so it's the 19th of October at the Medina Leisure Centre for the Fantasy Con on the Isle of Wight, and it's at the South of England Showground for the National Brick event on Sunday the 20th of October. Hopefully I'll see you there. If you are going and you do see me, do come and say hello. I don't mind if you don't buy anything. I just quite like to meet a lot of people. Quite a lot of people are very kind and say they enjoy the channel and all this kind of stuff. That's always much appreciated. And yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to both events for different reasons. Obviously, I say the Fantasy Con looks just really interesting. I really don't know how it's going to go sales wise for the Lego. It might not be very good. It might be really busy. I've really no idea, but I'm sort of looking forward to the event. It's been in the pipeline for quite a while. I think I was asked to partake in this by the event organiser Adam back in about April, I think it was. He came to the Southampton Brick Festival and saw me there and contacted me from there and sort of asked me if I wanted to be part of this. My itinerary for the next 3 days is horrendous. So tonight, which is Friday, I've got to drive to Southampton. I get the ferry across from Southampton to Cowes on the Isle of Wight. That takes about an hour on the ferry. The ferry has been paid for very kindly by the Fantasy Con and their sponsors, who are Red Funnel, who is the name of the ferry that actually take us across. So I've not had to pay anything to get across to the Isle of Wight, so that's much appreciated, because it can be quite an expensive journey. If anyone's ever been to the Isle of Wight, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I take the car across tonight. I'll be staying over on the Isle of Wight tonight, and then up early tomorrow morning off to the Medina Leisure Centre, unpack my car, do the show. Now the show finishes, it's 10 till 5 is the show. I'll be finishing the show at 5 and I'll need to be really quick at packing my car away because my ferry back is at 6:30. It's not too far from the location of the show to the ferry terminal, but I need to have my wits about me Saturday afternoon, and then I need to drive home, and then I'll need to repack my car all ready to get up at 5 o'clock on the Sunday morning to drive over to Haywards, Heath. It's about a 2.5 hour drive for me, so it is quite a long way, unfortunately. But yeah, the event again, I think the National Brick event, that's on from 10 till 4, and then obviously after that I've got to pack away and then drive home, and then hopefully Sunday night I'll get a really good night's sleep, because hopefully I'll have deserved it. Anyway, if you are going to either of those two events, as I said, do come over and say hello. It would be much appreciated. But that's it for now. Keep an eye out for videos on both of these events in the near future. I don't know when I'll be able to get those uploaded, probably early next week sometime, so just bear with me on that. But that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care. I'll see you then. Bye for now.